I'm getting 1 XP now, aren't I?
God damn it, Angus, you ruined everything with your turning back your cam on because it auto puts the mic on. So you ruined my intro again. You
You're
bastard.
welcome.
Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to whatever the hell train wreck this turned out to be. I don't know anymore, to be honest. Anyway, we're in, do you want to do the navigation to see if you can shorten the travel time a bit from the outer rim to the planet?
Maybe.
Otherwise, it's gonna take you 14 days. I don't care, to be honest. But
It takes me 13 days.
yeah, it takes you 12 days, give or take a couple of hours to get there. The crystals that you found, you have only the records that you have, and the closest thing that you found in the record are the synthetic. How the fuck do you say that word?
Synthetic.
Yeah. Version of the crystals that you found are broken down into a powder and then used to refine high-grade promethium. This is the first known occurrence of natural growing crystals. Otherwise, it's just synthetically made that the mechanicals use. But they have not encountered, from what your librarian vaults and your investigation can tell you, there are no known sources of organically grown crystals that do this. So they would be quite valuable.
Yay! We're making money.
So that's what you found. Also, as you spend that day in the warp, and I would assume 24 hours, whatever that might be for the rest of the world. Hey, Kryn, other than hanging around where you usually hang around, how do you spend that day in the warp?
Blacking out, I guess.
Yeah, but what's your usual routine on the ship?
My usual routine is to fly around, to hover around, being carried by my grapple hawk and drink recaf while I peer over people's shoulders and tell them to do a better job.
The facts check out.
Remind me to never employ you for anything. But yeah, as you go to bed that night after your shift and you're exhausted from all the over-the-shoulder looking, it seems normal. Everything seems normal to you. You're a bit more tired than usual, but nothing out of the ordinary. You do have some vivid dreams of questionable nature, but that's part of the course for warp travel. And you have a quite long and restful sleep. Actually, you probably slept better through this than you have in months on board the ship. And then you wake up, and it's pitch black in the room where you wake up. You probably slept for 12 or 13 hours straight. And you feel quite rested.
Alright, and by pitch black, do you mean like I literally only see black in front of me?
Yeah, there are no light sources where you wake up.
Do I feel like my gear by me?
As you feel around, it feels like you're completely naked, and the air in the room that you are have a very acrid smell. It stings your nose, and you also smell the scent of blood, the coppery smell of blood.
I would like to kneel down and touch the floor, see if it feels like...
You're lying on your back as you wake up.
Okay, so I
floor.
just touch the floor, see
Yeah.
if it feels like the floor on the ship or different.
It's solid metal floor that you're laying on, and it's quite cold. And it's as you move your hands around, it's wet and sticky.
Wow, chica, but sorry.
I sing to see how the echo is in the room and
this
to
is
calm
where I
myself
think it is.
down.
It's quite echoey.
Well, anybody here?
No answer.
Might as well go back to sleep. And I lay back down and try to sleep again.
All right. Yeah, so you go back to sleep and sleep for the rest of the duration of the warp. So when the ship translates back into real space, you wake up.
And am I back in my bed? Or am I
Yes.
still in the dark place? Okay.
You're back in your bed.
Is my back covered in blood and my hands? Or
Your hands have some dried blood on them, or red paint. You can't really tell just by looking. And you wake up in your bed fully clothed and with all your gear on.
alright, I would like to clean whatever of my gear is covered in this blood or whatever it is, and then take a shower, just in case I did something while I was blacked out and I don't want anybody to know.
Alright. Yeah, the only part of your gear that seems to be miscolored is the inside of the gear that you wore back to bed.
Alright, I will clean the inside of my gear, take a shower, put my gear back on, and pretend nothing ever happened.
Excellent. So you walk out on the bridge as the ship makes its silent way to Lucian's breath.
Hover into the bridge.
Yes, hover. Your grapple hook has a suspicious look on its face as it hovers you towards the bridge.
Well, well, what a fine morning, isn't it, folks?
You're Sherry today. Who are we missing? And I just take a head count of all the bridge stuff.
Yeah, there
What are you
is.
talking about? I just had a nice dream.
Other than the 2 pilots that you have killed for no specific reason, then yeah, there's everyone's there. And as
Keep
you
calm and beware the stink eye.
as you hover into the bridge or onto the bridge, one of the valets come over with a fresh cup of recaf and baked goods.
I thank you. And I take a bagel and a cup of coffee. And then I hover beside, to the side of our lovely captain. And see if she's doing her job well.
What's a job?
Akron is too jolly. I look up the pig feeds in the cargo bay A.
Yeah, other than the cargo bay, all the cargo bays are currently filled with the surplus crew that you're bringing to, and the population extra workers that you bring to Lucian's Breath, and the Corvus on Fear on Fire.
By the way, to suspect anything, wouldn't they have to roll a scrutiny against my deceive?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, roll scrutiny.
Easy.
I just don't really give a shit. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, you're still in the fishbowl at this point.
Yeah.
By the way, did I take any insanity for waking up drenched in blood?
You don't know. It was pitch black. when you woke up the first time, and the second time it was basically too dried. It was just dark red. It could have been paint for all you know. So, no insanity for that.
Oh, everything's fine and dandy.
Yeah, and Varys, you don't suspect anything. And yeah, as you look around in the, through the various pick feeds, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Or maybe, tell you what, give me an, fuck it, I don't know, awareness. Straight awareness to see if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
Is this? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Wait. I think Augury only works if I actively use it. Is it taste?
No, this is visual, as you're looking through picked feeds. Or you could potentially lick the terminal, but that would only give you a coppery taste in your mouth.
Alright.
I mean, he could lick me and see if I taste of blood. Though I don't think I would accept that.
Let's swiftly move on before this freaks me out even more. No.
Take pictures.
I need some mind bleach after this session, I think. But yeah, you don't find anything out of the ordinary
I'll
as you
just
scroll through the picked feeds.
I'll just keep snacking on my muffin
Excellent.
with my augmented senses taste.
It tastes even more delicious.
Right, I think we should, take us into orbit around Lucian's breath and... Damn it.
Yes.
We should get this thing sorted.
Yeah, that would probably be for the best, to be honest. But yeah, during the 12 days from the system's edge to the to a high anchor, do any of you do anything specific out of the ordinary?
Well, I do try to. I would like to just sit down, close my eyes, and think really hard. Like try to retrace my steps as far as I can remember. Maybe I can trigger a memory or something of what happened tonight.
So during this 12 days, you try to figure out what happened to you when you blacked out. All right. What are the rest of you doing, if anything?
I just boss my people around.
Excellent.
Can I actually do I know how to use these crystals?
I mean, there aren't define use here because
Would it? You said you turned them into promethium or whatever.
yeah, you use them as an additive in high grade promethium.
Would it be possible for us to manufacture that ourselves and then sell it for a bigger profit or something?
So what you would do with these crystals is that you basically pulverize them and mix them in with promethium and a few other chemicals to get the chemical reaction that would remove the impurities to make it basically even more refined and more potent.
So I guess that would be a bit problematic.
Yeah, and we have, 2 samples? One of the purple and one of the spider. The green one.
Are they the same thing?
No. Only the one that you took from the growing from the ground. The purple one, I think it was.
Yes, that's the one I have.
Yeah, that one is for high grade promethium. The other one you have no idea what it is.
Can we find out?
Of course, same as the other one. Scholastic first, chemist. See if it has anything, and then you can evaluate if it has any value.
Do you want me to roll chemistry?
Yeah.
Dooba-dooba-doo.
This guy's good.
Yeah, for once you have a competent crew. I'm
We
surprised.
have a competent librarian. It's great.
Is his name Conan by any chance?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. No, Sir Arthur Conan Doylus, because Latin.
Excellent.
I think he was more thinking Conan the librarian.
Yes, I know, and I intercepted that.
I prefer the librarian.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect for Jack's character, but hey ho, Ultramarines.
That's true.
So yeah, the chemical compound of this crystal, you can't really figure out what it would be used for. But it's definitely not something. Like I don't know if chemist would be like the proper thing for it really. It has some chemical uses, but not for something you would really like. It's a very rare thing you would use it for, or a very specific thing rather.
Well, if it's like proper modern day chemistry, you would be able to tell what are the properties of the crystal. in
Yeah. I need
different
to.
ways.
That's something I need to make a note of and get back to you later, because I don't know for this specific crystal that you took from the spider.
I'm a spider.
Because it would be a more like organic thing integrated into the spider, so rather than the like a promethium crystal basically. So I'll make a note of that and we get back to that at some point later on. So yeah, you try to retrace your steps, figure out what happened, but you actually, what would that be? I honestly don't know. What would it even be to recall a memory? To be honest, like would it be intelligence, wisdom?
There's trade remembrancer, but
That's-
is this a memory that any of us would have? Because I have total recall.
No,
That would do
it's only you that would have this. And what's total recall? Is it a trait?
Total
Talent.
recall just means I can literally remember anything that
Oh, yeah.
I came
Then
across.
it probably takes you some time, and maybe like I guess your character has a big beard. I don't remember your description of him.
Yes, he has a magnificent grey beard that kind of like spikes out on each side.
Yeah. So maybe you do something like, and you accidentally cut yourself when you working something. Maybe you like accidentally stab yourself in the finger, or maybe you wander around some place on the ship where someone have had an accident and they're bleeding, and the smell of blood triggers the memory. And you do recall that this was in one of the storage rooms in the around the like common area of the ship, around one of the common areas of the ship. And yeah, you remember going there after a heavy drinking session with 4 or 5 others, 4 or 5 women, and going to this storage closet or storage area, And yeah, that's pretty much the last thing you remember in your drunken state.
Would this be an area where there's usually a lot of people around?
Well, there is, the cantina, obviously, like the mess hall. And they also serve drinks, I would think. And then there is a couple of relaxation areas.
Okay, so it wouldn't be too weird for me to show up down there all of a sudden.
No. Unless you... Basically, that's, crew area, so it... public, so it wouldn't be... Especially since you're known to hang over people's shoulders and, go around.
Yeah, and I'm an attention-seeking performer, so I would probably be down there a lot, like singing, dancing, God knows what.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head down to the general area and like the cantina that's there, have a few drinks, talk to some people. Not too much alcohol because I want to stay clear-headed. And then as I walk by this storage unit, I want to see if anybody's around, and if nobody's around, I would like to peek in really quick, or like step in really quick.
All right. Yeah, no one around, so you can step in.
All right, I step in and I would like to know what is in there.
Basically, imagine, because this is 40k and everything is ridiculously out of proportion, basically imagine it's basically the size of... Fuck, what would it be? I can try to think of a good size storage unit. Basically, like, have you been into a car workshop at any point? Like,
Yep.
It's basically that size. It's, disproportionately large for what it is, and it's piled with crates, pretty much everywhere, various sizes and content of it. And you walk around for a bit, and as you get, make your way through the storage area to the back after navigating around the crates and the various servitors that hang around in there doing their thing. You do come across about an area where the crates have been moved to form a secluded space, and there you start noticing blood on the containers. And yeah, there is 4 bodies lying there with their throat slits and heads crushed against the walls, and the brain and blood spattered all over.
All right, first thing I want to do is I want to look around to see if there's any evidence that would point towards me.
Make an awareness test. Well, other than your finger imprints where you were, tickling the blood as you were laying down, and the body imprint of you laying in the pool of blood, there doesn't seem to be any, unless you were a very hell-bent on justice, forensic detective, you probably wouldn't pick up any clues here on who it was.
All right, so that needs to be cleaned off. The servitors. Now, this is something where my lack of knowledge of the 40k universe comes a bit through. The servitors, they don't really possess any kind of their own intelligence, right?
No, they're basically mindless slaves to the instruction they have been given.
And they would have to follow my instructions even if I told them to delete something out of their memory.
They wouldn't have the memory to begin with.
Okay. Well, in that case, I call over the servitors and tell them to clean up the blood. And I wait for them to do that before I call in the dead bodies.
They are unable to perform the function that you have asked them, because these are lifting servitors. They move the crates around. They aren't the cleaning servitors. You would call them in for this.
Well, that that would be suspicious as hell. Uh,
You're
You
acting
know what?
like we actually give a shit what you get up to.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell one of the lifting servitors that is lifting a heavy crate to put the crate on the ground and push it over the blood where my imprint is, so that the dry blood breaks up and you can't see the imprint anymore.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. The servitor starts doing that. Out of character question, I guess, because of your malignancy, do you want to take the pinkies first?
I would have to roll willpower for that to see if I can withstand the desire.
Honestly, yeah, that's a bloody good point, to be honest. I would no, you don't have to do that, because as you look at the bodies, you already notice that the pinkies are gone.
Well, okay.
From
Lifting
all the
servitor.
bodies.
Yeah, lifting servitor. Open an empty crate. Lift the dead bodies in there. Close the crate, and then is like in a spaceship like this, there's probably often waste that has to be airlocked, right?
Yeah, either airlocked or burned.
All right.
depending.
Yeah, I tell the I close the crate. There's probably some wrapping cellophane or something around. I wrap it up so it doesn't smell bad, and then I tell the lifting servitor to bring it to be airlocked with the other garbage.
Yeah, so the servitor closest to you just picks up the crate closest to it, opens the lid, starts putting the bodies in, close the crate, and then you go to wrap it.
Yes.
All right. And then what do you want the servitors to do with the crate?
Basically, whatever they would do with garbage that needs to be airlocked, just bring it through the official channels to do that. Just bring the crate through, and in the meantime, I try to get hold of a cleaning servitor to clean up the mess.
All right. Roll me an awareness, please. Yes. Excellent. You do notice that the crate that the servitors have been stuffing bodies in are covered in the front side of it are covered in blood and gore.
All right, then I tell him to put it down, wait for the cleaning servitor so he can clean the crate as well.
All right. Yeah, you do that. And do you call over the cleaning servitors after that?
Yeah, I call in one cleaning servitor so that it isn't too suspicious that suddenly like a whole horde of cleaning servitor runs in there. And yeah, I tell him to clean everything up. Like first clean up the box so that we can close the crate and get it shipped out. And then while it's being shipped out, he cleans up the floor and whatever other places where there's been spillage.
All right. But yeah, the cleaning servitor comes in, and also it had pushed the lifting servitor had pushed the cargo, so it destroyed the imprint of you in the blood. So yeah, one of the servitors stumble in and starts ferociously cleaning.
And while that is going on, I would like to go back to my room and look around for the pinkies, because those need to be gotten rid of, or I guess I can't probably. I probably would have to hold on to them, but I need to find them before anybody else finds them.
All right. Yeah, so you head back to your room.
Yes. Awareness check to find them.
Yeah, as you come into your room, you roll me an awareness again, just to see if you can find them.
I don't have any more fate points. This is gonna smell.
You don't find the pinkies, but you do find a full bottle of Amasac, gift wrap bottle of Amasac standing on your desk as you enter.
Is there any note coming with it?
Nope. Just what the hell is it called? Like that fancy knot that they always do on presents. Sometimes the English words fail me.
Now here's the problem. If this has been sent by somebody who knows what's going on, it might be poisoned, it might be dangerous. Also, if I call it in, people might get suspicious. If it's sent by somebody in the crew, however, it would be suspicious if I just ignore it and pretend like it never arrived.
Question, Lude. You have paranoia.
No.
Holy shit. When you do, this will get nasty.
However, yeah, I'm gonna unwrap it and see if there's anything that would tell me where this could have come from. And if there isn't, I'm gonna roll a willpower test to see if I can withstand the need for a drink right now.
Yeah, there is nothing that tells you what it is.
I cannot hold back. I break open that bottle and I drink it.
Excellent. Do you down the whole thing or just take a glass of it?
Probably more than a glass, but yeah, I'm gonna try to control myself a bit here.
Excellent. This is exactly what I was hoping for. So, while he's on doing whatever Hakrin does on a daily basis, what are the rest of you doing, if anything?
Command throne, probably.
I really want to say that I install a ship-wide protocol to all servitors that they should tell me whenever they see Hakrin, but yeah, that would be metagame as fuck, so I'm not gonna do that.
Torian, after a bit of a rest, will just be hanging around the bridge drinking coffee, I suppose.
Yeah, there are plenty of that going around.
By the way,
supply, motherfucker.
I'm pretty damn sure this warrants at least some insanity points, what just transpired here.
I mean, you're basically just going all out on the paranoia bullshit, so yeah, take let's say D3 because I'm nice.
Don't be nice.
What is nice?
Actually, I want to build a bolter cane. Can I do that?
Yeah, it would be trade armor, I think.
Trade armor.
Yeah, I have that.
So yeah, you take 2 insanity points.
Yep, which brings me above 20. Where do I find those lists again?
I think page 300 or near about there.
Yeah. 297 and 298. It seems like it's still willpower plus 10 to avoid trauma. Yeah, D10 plus 30 then. D of 100, sorry.
And Lude, can you roll me a 2d5, please?
Right, 88. The character is constantly fearful, seeing danger everywhere, and is extremely jumpy. The character gains a plus 10 bonus to all perception-based tests, and is at the minus 10 penalty to his willpower for the next 1d5 days. So wait, is both of that for 1d5 days, or is the plus 10 to perception permanent?
Both for 1d5 days.
Okay.
That couldn't have actually worked out better. It's very...
I mean, I would have taken that forever. So for one day, I'm extremely attentive and very low willpower.
Yes, and for 6 hours you're under the effect of Obscura. If you wanna read that, it's on page 143 in the PDF for what the effects actually do.
And Hakron is now insane enough that he's not affected by creatures with fear 1.
Excellent.
Oh, that means Fear 2's coming.
Fuck you, we ate it.
Actually, that's something I can get.
I mean, one would figure that ones who stare into the void on a daily basis would be jaded, but that's just
I
me.
don't actually get that till rank 2, which I'm at just now, so I've never had a chance to.
GG. What were you gonna say, Lude?
Well, for 6 hours I'm in a dreamlike state, and then for 1d10 hours I'm extremely depressed. So let me roll for that. Yeah, for 9 hours I'm gonna be extremely depressed while being paranoid as fuck.
Man, this is hilarious, actually.
I mean, I'm fine with this. This very well fits with what I have in mind for my character for the future.
It's a shame it's going to take more than 5 days or more than a day to get to the edge of the system and jump.
Yeah, that's sad.
It could have been fun for you.
Well, since I'm paranoid, I'm probably locking myself in my room, and because I'm depressed, I'm probably crying. So yeah, when you walk by my room, you can just hear sobbing, and I might actually take another swig of the Obscura once I snap out of it.
Well,
I think you inject Obscura, by the way. No, drink it.
Well, the bottle of M6 has clearly had something done to it.
yeah, this was a special bottle.
Yeah, I'm out for another 7 hours.
Fucking
Same routine.
excellent. So yeah,
Lucian's breath.
yeah, I was just getting to that. Since we're spending some time traveling, you're probably gonna be snapping out of this before you arrive there. Sadly.
Yeah.
So how does crafting work?
Honestly, I have no idea. Because
Magic.
It doesn't really say much.
yeah, exactly. So I honestly have no idea. So that's something I need to figure out. Because
I passed the trade armor check, but
yeah, so you have done you have a design for the bolt cane that you wanted to do, but now you need to actually make it. So as I understand it, if going by the shipwright, trade shipwright, is first you roll to make a design of it, or a blueprint, or a pattern, or whatever, and then you roll again to make it. So yeah, if you give me 4, let's just say you give me 4 trade armor with your normal bonuses, then you can by the time you reach Lucian's Breath, you have a working bolt cane.
do I have any bonuses?
I don't think you do.
Okay, well this is not gonna happen.
And if you get more successes than failure on your 4 rolls total, then yeah, you have it.
Oh god, I might actually do it.
Oh, it's looking good.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nope.
Well,
Come on, I believe in you.
looks promising.
Oh wow.
Nope, you don't. You make a bolt cane. You successfully managed to make a bolt cane.
Huzzah!
It's a cane, right? I can put my weight on it.
Yeah, it's for all intents and purposes, it's a bolt cane.
Does it look nice?
It looks like a cane with the firing mechanism.
So very basic.
Yeah, it's a basic design.
It's basically a musket
Fair
without a stock.
It works. As long as I can put my weight on it.
Yeah, so write down in the in your character sheet What do you want to call this? Do you want to call it a Varus pattern or a Gorelion pattern bolt cane?
A Goralian pattern.
Yeah, so write that down in your character sheet.
All right.
Excellent. So you spend the remaining time of your journey crafting a cane that can shoot bolter shells. So yeah, you arrive at high anchor around Lucian's Breath, and the master of Aetherix orders the mistress of the Vox to contact the planet and announce your arrival, unless ordered otherwise.
Nope, I don't see any reason why. Just get me in contact with Mr. Thane, or Thorn, or I have his name somewhere.
It's literally in the fluff section at the top of the...
Yeah, it's also in my handout. Erlen Thane.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so the planet replies that, yeah, happy to have you here. You're welcome to come down whenever you feel like it. To discuss and have a stately dinner.
Yeah, I'm just hitting my internal box. Command crew to the bridge if you're not here already. I can't be bothered to look around.
Yeah, I think Lord Beakington is sitting on your lap right now and just quacking contently.
Yay. Your happiness.
I think I would arrive after a few minutes with a massive hangover, in quotation marks.
I'm already there, so I've probably just flicked like a bagel crumb at the lady captain.
Yeah, the flicking of the breadcrumb or bagel crumb is what prompted Lord Beakington to jump up in the lap as it catched it midair and then landed in the lap of the lady captain.
Fair enough. It's just stately, isn't it? Lord Fluffy Beakington's coming in.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll head over there.
Yeah, so it takes you a while to traverse the length of the ship from the enginarium, but you arrive at the bridge, and now your command crew is gathered.
Right, so how many people here have void suits?
I do.
I would assume that you can always borrow some from the crew that isn't going down to the planet.
I
What
can
is
always
here?
make some for you.
No, I think I'll take an existing one.
Because here's the deal. Lucian's breath is... It's colder than Lucius's heart and has about as much air on it.
Yay.
Yeah, ultra thin atmosphere, insanely cold, and home to some of the richest nephium mines on the entire scale of this sector. Which happens to be an additive to Promethium to make it really fucking good. We probably should not mention certain crystals we have found, because holy shit. Also, two insanely powerful road trader dynasties sort of have an on-off war on the planet. Again, we should not piss them off, because I'd like to live.
Oh, but that's what I do best.
What, die?
No, piss people off.
So here's the deal, we're going down there, we're gonna have a nice cordial chat to Mr. Thane, We're gonna sort out the deal. And in the future, we're gonna undercut this market like nobody's business with said crystals.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
So game faces, people, it's time to have a stately dinner on. And exchange more money than most people in the Imperium have seen in a lifetime.
I shall fetch my best robes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here are my 2 sets of robes that I get at character creation finally come in handy. I put on my fanciest ones above the void suit.
Right with you, Cal.
I'll be reasonable. I put them on the normal way. Well then, shall we head out?
Do we have a duck-shaped void suit?
We have a Tupperware box. I mean, that technically works.
What?
Lord Beakington, you have the con.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that was actually quite funny. In situations like this, I'm glad I have pushed the talk, because otherwise I've just been deafening you guys with laughter. I think the Tupperware is a bit too small to carry a mallard in.
I have one word from you, Heikun, and I'll requisition that pork you're carrying around to be stuffed in similar to Tupperware.
But I mean, we could put him in a void suit. He'd just be floating around in it, but it will work.
Yeah, but I just realized that losing breath is really fucking dangerous, so let's go.
Oh, so it's too dangerous for the mallard, but the command crew can easily go down and get killed.
You have a bolter cannon who God Emperor knows how many more weapons.
Yep.
It's true, he literally have more weapons on him than most arch militants do.
Well, I had more than Macarius anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm really sad about is that you can't actually put a melee attachment. I mean, you can put a melee attachment on the cane if you really want to, but you can't make it a mono upgrade, which makes me sad.
Well, surely a best quality or a good quality one would be mono.
I'd have to look that up.
Right, so you take the shuttle down to the planet or the station or whatever it is on that they have here.
Yes.
And what do they have? Is it a station in orbit, or is it a like habitable piece carved out on the planet?
They have... Damn it, I had it just... Yeah, they have stations on the planet, like singular bits out of a void, a hive city, basically.
All right, yeah. You head down there and you get permission to land, so you arrive safely after a somewhat turbulent atmospheric entry.
Yeah. And the Rogue Trader Dynasty, the Winter Scales, they operate out of a big-ass station in orbit.
Yeah. But yeah, you are not harassed by the winter scales on your way down there, or in when your ship goes in high anchor. As you have to keep the ship away from their station, they don't bother you, for the moment at least. So yeah, you arrive at the planet. You land. You are greeted by a honor guard to take you to the planetary governor.
Yeah, I guess we bring the standard complement of like 4 guards.
Sounds good. 2 with shotguns, 2 with auto guns.
Yeah, 2 autoguns, 2 shotguns sounds reasonable.
Excellent. So yeah, you are brought before the planetary governor, who greets you heartily, and yeah, it's pleasant small talk, like the usual bullshit you have to endure in a social situation.
Noble, 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 blah blah blah, noble, noble, noble.
Yeah, some such nonsense.
Money, 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 noble, noble, money.
Yeah, so you have a stately dinner to start with. Just welcomes you with open arms to his palace or mansion or whatever it would be. Yeah, you have the pleasant small talk and casual drinks while waiting for dinner, and then you have the dinner. 5-course meal. Quite pleasant actually. Is there anything you want to do during the dinner, or should we just skip straight forward to when you retire from the more grandiose parts of it and go into his study, where you sit down to discuss business?
I can't think of anything I want to do during dinner.
Are there a
Anyone?
lot of people present aside from the planetary governor, or is it just us and him?
It's him and his family, I think, and closest allies.
Okay.
But it's not a lot of people. Enough to make some noise, but not enough to be like unpleasantly cramped.
Can I roll storyteller to see if I can like tell of our exploits, like pretty it up a bit to maybe spread the word about our greatness?
Sure thing. Roll that thing.
This is high authority in a formal situation, right?
Absolutely. I would even go as far as say it's nobility in a formal situation. Yeah, you impress some of the ladies with your stories and exploits. And they seem quite taken with you, especially after they have a couple of drinks. Walk forward to you, a bit shyly at first, but then more daring as they start stroking your beard as you're telling the stories.
This could end bad. I don't need more pinkies. I have quite enough, thank you.
Oh, Messiah, damn it.
But yeah, I just wanna like get the word out about how great our dynasty is.
Yeah, you impress the I would say with success like that, you impress the right kind of people to potentially be beneficial to you in the future at some point. So yeah, you are after a pleasant dinner, and good drink, good food. You are led into his study, where planetary governor sits down, have smoke and a drink, sits down behind his desk and talk business with you. So, I see you have come back from your travels. Have you managed to acquire see to our needs?
Why, yes, we have. Adeptus Mechanicus Ethereum 5 will quite easily and happily supply you with more mining equipment. And a steady stream of employment out of Footfall, which we have brought the first wave. They'll also be joining you shortly.
So you have the workers with you.
Yes, the first batch is currently traveling in our cargo holds. It'll be but a simple task to get them down here.
Excellent. I have the barracks ready for them. You can speak with my adjutant about that to arrange travel for them. May I ask, my lady, where you acquire the labor and who I will be dealing with in the future?
Is at this point the deceive checks come out?
Maybe you should let me handle that. Or actually, do you still have fate points?
I have one fate point, and I believe. Actually, let me double check what kind of bonuses I get, because I get +5 from that, get +10 for peer, +10 from renowned warrant. That would make me roll against. That would make me roll against a 52.
I would roll against an 81.
Okay, then I guess you'll bamboozle this guy, and I'll pull in alpha pointers and also remind him that he's still talking to a rogue trader.
I would roll against a 13.
Damn. I mean, you could whisper in my ear to do it good. That would help as well.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, I spin him a yarn of how we got them from like the unemployment places where people go to get jobs. How we made sure that we get the strongest build that we could find and they seem sturdy enough to handle the harsh environment. Basically, I make it sound like they're kind of normal people, but they're not crazy underworlders.
All right. Yeah, give me the roll.
Really?
You just had to roll a 94.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up from there? Just what he means to say is blah 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 blah.
I have a question though. Did you also aid him with this? Not just give him the finger and say do it good, but did you actually assist him with the role?
I can't assist him because I don't have the deceive.
Yeah. Yeah, so that stands then. Yeah, you can pick it up from there if you wish.
Wait, question. Is he nobility and government, since he is the planetary governor? Yeah, that would give me another +10. So
yeah, so
It stacks.
It's not good, but it's a success at least.
Well, wouldn't it be against his scrutiny?
True.
So maybe he can just roll really low.
Shite.
well.
I shouldn't have said anything, should I?
Nope. But yeah, you can pick it up from there if you wish, Lady Captain.
Okay, so honor bonus minus peers, peer, and a renowned warrant. Assist. Can I count Acorn for that, or is it that already spent?
For what?
Acorn assisting me.
Assisting with what?
Steve.
That's spent already.
Okay. Yeah, then it's plus 5, which yeah, 50. And I do have 1 fate point left, which I'm going to spend as a reroll. If I fail this. Oh, shite.
You lot suck.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try to beat that 3.3. This might go horribly wrong.
Well, wouldn't have to roll another scrutiny to detect your lie.
Yeah, it would be individually.
Okay, then I'm not gonna. Fuck. I'm not gonna reroll. I'm just gonna put my hope in that he fails.
I mean, you don't need to.
It's not
You just rolled.
It's not a full degree of success, but it's still. Yeah, you still
Enough.
beat him.
Thank you, renowned warrant.
Wouldn't you say it's more thank you, my stupid rolls that I always fail?
No, because if I didn't pick that up, that would have been a failure.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so is there anything more you want to like roll for here, or tell him? Like, you can fluff this as much as you wish.
Well, I'm not going to do the dick thing and try to squeeze more money out of him, and I'm not going to. I'm just gonna be polite and motion that I want the deal to be just be cemented.
Yeah, so you just want him to honor the deal then.
Yeah.
So I think he says, contemplates, leans back in his, high back, ultra comfy chair with a cigar and his drink. Leans back and contemplates for, an uncomfortably long time. And he says, so if I understand this correctly, you have a binding contract with the Mechanicus to supply us with the tools and equipment we need.
Yes.
That is good. We tend to go through a lot of equipment, especially the survival equipment, void suits and such. Rebreathers are commodity if the miners are to survive the harsh environment. But from what I understand, and from what you've been telling me, I have no one in Footfall that will continuously supply me with workers. From what I understand this to be, it seems like a one-time shipment.
Well, we did spread the word that there is open positions continuously, so
I might have a trickle when I need a flood.
We also have another ship in Varian 5 that we are transferring a navigator to. I believe the idea was to use that ship to constantly go between Footfall and Lucen's Breath.
Yes. Shipping. Apparently, all the shipping supplies are gaining. Contracts are just getting a bit undercut by other dynasties.
I see. And you were telling me that you were sending the strongest normal citizen and the strong and the fit. Yet Footfall is renowned for their scum and villainy. Where were you able to find such men and women to fill my minds?
Well, just because football has a criminal scene doesn't mean that the entire population of it is of a criminal nature, good sir. You find plenty of hard workers there, plenty of people trying to earn an honest living, people who have criminal ties and can easily get a job within those criminal fields aren't going to work in willingly work in a mine.
Though those who attempt to flee the law would.
I think football is a pretty good place to hide from the law. Probably the best place.
Perhaps.